Hey guys, today we're going to be giving our review on...
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Let's get into it.
Kevin! What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I am your boy Juan G here with my bestie,
Kiki T.
That's right. And like he's tried to say, today we're going to be talking about the movie If that just came out. Really cute movie.
I loved it.
You really like this movie a lot.
I really loved it.
Now we're going to get into why he loves it so much. Yeah, I thought it was a really nice, very nice family film. I took my family to go see it. My kids enjoyed it. My wife did too. So we're gonna get into that, but first let's get into some nerd news, huh?
Heck yeah!
All right, got a lot to talk about. First things first, I wanted to talk about. So Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, if you guys don't know, those are the team behind the Spider-Verse films.
Yes.
They are officially in charge of all Sony and Marvel projects, so film and TV.
Spider-Man related, Sony and Marvel.
No, I didn't take it as that. I took it as they're in charge of all Sony. It just says Sony. It doesn't say Spider-Man.
Well, right, but like, it's the Spider-Verse essentially. It's all.
Oh, right.
You
Is that what you mean? Like,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
Well, like Venom is Spider, yeah.
Correct. Like any Sony project, any Sony related project that is in association with Marvel. So yeah, I guess it would pertain to the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
But they're starting to open that up a little bit more and branch off. We're gonna have Kraven soon. Yeah, we've gotten Madam Web. So there's a bunch of
we got
projects.
Something about Madam Web.
I mean, it's technically a Madam Web movie.
Yeah.
So they're behind it, and if that's the case, I'm liking that news.
Yeah, me too.
If they're behind it, they know how to tell a story great. They have great vision. Like they did something new with the Spider-Verse films as far as how it looks.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I like that.
Just give us the second part of Spider-Man. The Spider-Man into the whatever it's called.
Oh, into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, just give us that. You guys got the role.
Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Just release the damn thing. It was supposed to come out already.
Yeah.
I know
seriously.
it's done. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, for real. It's so good. I think it's that cliffhanger.
Do you think they're going to be more involved with Spider-Man 4? Or is that more Marvel?
I think it's more Marvel side. Yeah, I don't see them being a part of that.
Well, they did confirm that it's gonna start filming this fall.
Spider-Man 4?
Yes, to release in fall of 2025.
Okay.
So I'm with it. And with the Spider situation happening, it is confirmed that Peter Parker is going to be fighting a Doc Ock and a Green Goblin in his upcoming films. Not necessarily this one coming out, but it is confirmed that they're in the works of happening. Now, if it's going to be the original Alfred Molina, right? For Doc Ock?
They don't say if they don't know if it's going to be those actors.
Well, right. But I'm saying like we don't know if it's going to be William Dafoe or Alfred Molina, right? That's the guy that plays.
Oh yeah, the actor.
Yeah. So we don't know if that's the case, but we do know that it will be a Doc Ock and a Green Goblin.
Yeah.
So that means Oscorp essentially will exist in the MCU soon. Because initially, right now, Oscorp was not a thing.
Right. They even say it. There's no Oscorp here.
So that's interesting to see how that happens.
Yeah.
Maybe mess around with bringing in the symbiote of some sort. They find that
possibly. Well, we might be getting that in the next Venom. So we'll see. Like as far as him tying into Spider-Man, we shall see. Bit of other news. So Deadpool and Wolverine have already passed over $10 million in pre-ticket sales.
It's facts. I'm with it. I mean, between us,
blow up the world.
Our family, that's 10 tickets already.
I know we contributed to that already. Yeah, literally the day it went on sale, I bought mine.
Same.
So yeah, I mean that's exciting. We kind of seen this coming.
Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
Us too. Yeah. I took the day off.
Nice.
Hopefully we're getting watching this.
Yeah, I know. Right? You're gonna get an email. Come see us first thing in the morning. Yeah. So about that day you asked off.
I literally just asked for them off, like explaining why I had sent an email, and then I talked to my boss like today. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. I got a doctor's appointment.
Oh, no.
This and that.
Dr. Deadpool. Okay.
Yeah.
gonna go see Dr. Logan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then some awesome news. Chris Hemsworth, who everybody knows as Thor, has just received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Well deserved. Well
Congrats,
deserved.
Chris Hemsworth.
And
that's
the other,
awesome. Well deserved.
Avengers showing some love there.
Well,
Robert was there.
Robert Downey gave the speech, his little speech that from him receiving the star.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had a funny thing where they messaged. There's like an Avengers group chat, which I would give every penny of mine to be in that chat. But he asked each of the co-stars, "Hey, describe Chris in 3 words." And a bunch of them just went off like Chris Evans, like second best Chris. Scarlett Johansson says something, like all of them chimed in, and they were just funny
stuff.
Yeah, just funny stuff.
I gotta say, for them being such big name actors and actresses, their chemistry and what they've been able to do in all these movies that they've been in together, some separate, some all in the Avengers movies.
Oh wow!
I gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen that type of chemistry in a range of all these movies, other than like a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did fit very well together. It's like we said before, like the casting in the MCU is like on a whole nother level, dude. Like they really, to me, it feels like they go beyond the project when casting. They're not just like, hey, can you say these words in this type of manner? It's like, hey, do you fit well with this other actor? Because you're gonna have to play off this other actor, and this actor's gonna come in. Let's see all 3 of you guys. Yeah. Like they did a phenomenal job, and I think it more speaks to the actors themselves of them going into a project, but being able to go beyond the project as far as like their detail on it and their study on it, and them playing the roles. They really submerge themselves in the roles.
They embraced it very much.
For sure. And I mean, you see it in how it's able to transition 10 years past.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're still doing the same.
I agree, and I think like often, and I think why we get this chemistry in like sitcoms like New Girl, Friends, Office, all these shows that we've loved and watched our entire life growing up. Mm-hmm. Filming those episodes, it's a long process. You're with these people for a long time, so it's hard not to build this chemistry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Versus movie stars, especially big name movie stars, they might not ever see each other after they do a movie together. And because these movies all intertwine, they get the chance to create a real relationship, and a lot of them are lifelong friends. And it's nice. It's cool. It's cool to see that. It's something different that we haven't seen.
So again, congrats to Chris Hemsworth. You're watching. And then some other news. Speaking of Chris, so Thor 5 will reportedly be Chris Hemsworth's last time portraying Thor. I hope this isn't true. If it is, he gave us a good run.
Yeah,
the longest playing character in the MCU. I would say it fits that it's time for that character to leave the limelight. We're set to have a new Avengers team anyway.
Yeah.
I would like him to be in at least one film with them. To like usher in the new Avengers team, and then be like, all right, you guys got this, and then he goes off to do his own thing as Thor.
So when is this supposed to come out?
Thor 5, it's still in the pre-production stage, so like they're still
okay. So I think we're gonna get plenty of Thor before that. So Secret Wars.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
You know what I mean? We'll get plenty of Thor before that. So this might be his last time portraying, but maybe some of the events is gonna happen in Secret Wars and King Dynasty or whatever they're gonna call it. Which they did say they're gonna just recast King.
Did they? I didn't see that news.
It's they're following the King timeline. No, not timeline, but character. Like the character arc is still. It's going to end in there. It's going to get recasted.
I think they did just shift away from focusing solely on Kang.
Yes, so he's not the center focus. So there's room for other. I'm guessing Doom or something.
It's a smart play. Yeah.
But they've invested so much into the Kang character. It would be just like an empty hole in a movie. It would be like Kang was supposed to fit there. And we would just pick at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would leave us with a lot of questions of like, well, where's this storyline supposed to go?
Yeah.
What happened to this person or this thing, this situation? Yeah. So yeah. Okay, and then a little bit more news. Jeffrey Wright will be reprising his role in The Last of Us 2 for season 2 on HBO Max. So if you guys don't know Jeffrey Wright, he's a longtime actor. He voices the Watcher. Mm-hmm. He was in the Hunger Games, one of the Hunger Games films.
Yes, the first one.
No, not the first one. The one with where it was set like a clock. That was not the first one.
No, it was the second one.
Is it the second? Is the second one. It was like the second or third. I know that, but anyway.
Maybe it was the third because he was part of the team, the rebellion team.
Yeah. So it was the third. It was the third. It was. That's right. Okay.
Well, part one because it was split into two.
Correct.
But yes,
correct. Yeah, but yeah, he's a phenomenal actor. So Absolutely. he will be in Last of Us 2, which I'm excited to come out for, and I can't wait for that. You got anything else?
His voice is
iconic, dude.
Iconic. It's almost like a James Earl Jones voice.
Like, yeah, he's got like a storytelling voice. I feel
absolutely, like Morgan Freeman.
I could hear him reading an instruction manual on beat.
Absolutely, yeah. I want him to be my Alexa voice. That's a feature.
That's good.
Amazon, if you can make that a feature.
You could do Homer.
I'm dead.
Yes, I'm pretty sure on that. I think that you can change the voice.
I can't wait. I'm gonna mess with it. So I have Alexas throughout my house.
Yeah,
and my Sandy gets annoyed that Alexa says and hello, good morning, Enrique when I speak to it, but it doesn't say anybody else's name, but it's registered than me. She's like, why did she say her name? I'm like, why are you getting jealous over an AI, bro? AI. You relax, babe.
Right. So that's funny. Anything else on our news?
Yeah, a couple new cool things. WandaVision season 2 greenlit. I am with it. I am so excited. I love this. She's dead, so that's interesting. So Agatha might set it up. We'll see. But
apparently, it was gonna be Vision Quest, but now they're redirecting it to be a season 2 of WandaVision, but just following White Vision or something. I don't know. But Wanda, you can't call it WandaVision and not have Wanda in it. So fair point.
Where they're gonna go with it?
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see.
I'm with it. Sure. I just want to see Elizabeth Olsen back in uniform and Wanda. I loved her as Wanda. Honestly, can't think of anybody else playing her. Truthfully,
no, same.
The other two things I got is Dormammu is going to return in a different form in the Doctor Strange movie, and then they're going to explore Clea's past a lot. So Clea is the daughter of Dormammu. Yes. So maybe you might see like a humanoid version of Dormammu, probably some big giant guy or something. I
don't like it.
Why not?
Dormammu's an entity. I feel like you should have just kept him that way.
He is, but I mean, for him to walk other places, like he embodies himself like that, similar to like how.
Here's my argument to that. If that's the case, why didn't he do that in Doctor Strange?
I mean, the time loop had him locked in there. I don't think he realized.
No, the time loop was only at the end when he went to go fight Dormammu or talk to Dormammu.
Oh, because the portal wasn't open yet. He didn't come straight through because the portal has to be open from the other end, and then
that's what this guy did for him. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He can't just jump dimensions. Clea can. His daughter learns the ability to.
She cuts it,
but her father was never able to. But no, I mean similar to like what's the dude from DC Universe? That's why he can never die. He has the Omega beams. Darkseid.
Oh, okay.
Darkseid's original, like he has multiple versions that have just been murdered, but like he has it's like a separate entity of himself. Do you know like how that works with him or no?
Not really.
Yeah, so he has like I wouldn't call it a hive mind, but all of the parts of him that he separates have a hive mind. But the original Darkseid, not many have ever seen him or had to fight him because that's where all the power comes from. So it's just a fragment of his power.
He's just got himself, like the minions of himself, just out there doing work. Okay.
Yeah. Similar to how I think we'll see Dormammu.
Okay.
And then the last bit of news is the DODC will play a significant role in Armor Wars. Which
that is Department of Damage Control.
That is what Tony put together.
After Avengers.
Correct.
To clean up the messes Avengers leave behind.
Correct. And it's government funded. You know how he always has those government contracts.
We saw them also in Ms. Marvel season 1.
Yeah, and we saw them in No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah, you're right. No Way Home. In the beginning.
No, Homecoming.
No Way Home.
Is it the second one?
No, it's the third one. No Way Home. They're the ones who arrest Ned and all them and have them in the interrogation room.
Oh yeah, but we see them in the beginning of Homecoming too.
Oh, correct. Yeah, they're the one who come and take from Vulture, the project. Yeah.
So, but initially, the original plan was to have the DODC collect all of the Ultron bots after Sokovia, and try to bring back Ultron.
That's
and work with Val. So that would be interesting if they still explore that. That would leave room for another villain to
remind me who Val is.
From. She's the director of the CIA.
Oh, Val Fontaine.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'd be interesting. D. Fontaine. That'd be interesting because that leaves room for like a villain that has been defeated by the OG the OG Avengers, but maybe for the Young Avengers.
I would like that storyline in Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah, Armor Wars leading into it.
I mean, I just like that being the Thunderbolts storyline. I think that'd be cool. Thunderbolts.
They gotta stop them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can. They don't have a genius to help counter him. You know, but that's why I'm thinking Young Avengers, since we know that's in production, not production, in the early stages. It's being set up. That can be one of their first villains.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because then they'd be like, oh shit, like this is an intelligent villain. Yeah. Not super powerful physically. I mean it is, but it's not Thanos level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good villain to bring back that we can explore more of how badass of a villain he is. But could be a good villain, a starter villain, if you say. A starter villain.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for nerd news.
Alrighty, cool. That's it for nerd news.
Yes, sir.
Nice. All right. So, as you said, we're going to be talking about If today. If you guys haven't seen that, it's a John Krasinski film. It's a really good family film, real fun.
Written and directed by him.
Yeah, starring Ryan Reynolds and the young actress. Do you know her name?
Yes, I
can look that up. But before we talk about that, I want to bring in somebody special. She is the light of my life and my heart. The only woman that will always have my heart. My daughter, Natalia, come on in.
Aww.
Want to have her talk about the film? Hi. Hi. Say hello.
Hello.
So, did you like the movie If?
Yeah.
Yeah, you liked it. What'd you like about it?
I like when Blue, the character, he's really fluffy.
Yeah.
And that the one part when the kid said, "Don't say it," and he was like,
yeah, or he was gonna explode almost.
Yeah,
right. It was fun, right? It was a fun film, and you wanted to go see it first with daddy-daughter date, right? But then your brother wanted to see it, so we went as a family.
Yeah,
that's good. So you really liked it?
Yeah,
that's good.
I like all the characters, all the imaginations. I like it how all the characters, how the characters, different animations, and that with her mind, she did her imagination as she did.
Oh, or she made the house bigger?
Yeah.
And so who was your favorite imaginary friend?
I would say Blue, because he was really funny.
Yeah.
But my second favorite was the kind of the bee.
The ballerina?
It was kind of like a butterfly because of its wings.
Yeah.
The ballerina one, right? The one.
Yeah, the grandma's If.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the grandma's If. That's good. So I'm glad you liked it. That was really fun. Gigo, so what did you think about the film?
I absolutely loved it. Yeah. I was the one that told you about it. You gotta go see it. I wanted to go see it initially. Always. I didn't realize it was gonna be this heartwarming of a story. And then I watched after seeing it. I've seen a little bit of I don't know if it's a director's cut, but it's just John Krasinski just explaining the thought process behind it, him and Ryan. And then you showed me the funny one with
the funny promo with Park Randall Park.
Randall Park, yeah. But no, I just after watching why they made the film and what their idea was behind it, and then seeing it too, it's just, I don't know, it's a beautiful story. I think a unique one for sure. I don't think we've seen anything like it. And it was nice to see Ryan Reynolds kind of pulling into his bag of acting. Like he was still Ryan Reynolds, you know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the. He was still sarcastic, you know. He was still.
It was very kid friendly though.
Yeah. But it was I don't know. You can just see the pain in his eyes, you know. And he usually doesn't play those roles. He plays like a smart aleck person that you know, like Proposal, Deadpool, you know, like it's just those. He's a great actor. I like him, but I always classified him as like a kind of like a. I think I said this before, like a Channing Tatum.
Yeah,
they can only play certain roles, the same role. And Ryan Reynolds surprised me how great he did in this movie.
All right. Well, before we let her go, do you have any questions for her about the movie?
Do you have an imaginary friend? No.
Okay.
You're supposed to say your daddy's your best friend, dog.
Well, you said imaginary.
Yeah. Well.
I'm not. Hopefully, I'm not imaginary. Can you guys see me? Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, you can see me. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Mama. All right. Say bye.
Bye.
All right. So the film starts off kind of on a little sad note. Oh, so it's Kaylee Fleming.
Yes.
I didn't even realize that was her, honestly. She's growing up.
She's
changing a little bit, but she is young Leia in
a Star Wars Force Awakens.
Yes, in Force Awakens. No, sorry, not young Leia, young Rey.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
She plays young Rey. She's
young Leia from the Obi-Wan Kenobi or the Obi-Wan.
She's great.
She has a promising future. I can't wait to see her future.
She was in The Walking Dead. So yeah, she's doing some really good projects. Hats off to her.
She also played Kid Sylvie in Loki.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That is right. But I mean, hats off to her. She did a phenomenal job in this film. She gave me that emotion, that range, the silliness she played into pretty good.
Yeah.
But the scene where she's talking to her dad on the hospital bed, I mean, tears
crying
for days.
Yeah, I'd probably cry like 3 or 4 times to this movie.
Yeah, nice.
Dude. Oh my
God. It was, like I said, it was a really touching movie. I thought it was gonna be. I was expecting it to just be more heartbreaking than it was, which I was happy that it wasn't. But yeah, I mean, let's dive right in. So the movie opens up. The movie's about a child's relationship with imaginary friends. Starts off showing her family. You kind of see like these home videos of just a family with the one daughter, and it's John Krasinski playing the dad. And then throughout, it's like a montage of scenes. And then throughout the scenes, you start seeing the mom, like in hospitals and starting to look like as if she's sick and going through treatments.
Yeah.
Never actually dives into that in any detail, but we can assume that she passes from cancer. So the mom's gone, and then the first bit of dialogue we start seeing is it's the daughter. This is years have gone by. She's grown a little bit more. And then she goes with her dad, and turns out her dad is now in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm just like, are you kidding me right now?
Poor kid.
Man, this kid's dealing with so much. So the dad doesn't seem to be sick. And that's another thing that they didn't really give us too many details on why he was in there. He's just in there for surgery. But throughout, she's staying with her grandmother, and then in this building, and then I don't know what things she starts hearing things, right?
Yeah, I think she sees the
ballerina If.
Yeah, Blossom is her name. Is that If. She sees Blossom,
which is voiced by Emily Blunt. No, Emily Blunt did the unicorn. Sorry.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the voice of Blossom.
John Krasinski's wife, Emily Blunt, did the voice of the unicorn. And then Blake Lively is also a voice of an If. I don't know which one. Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Yes. I clocked her name right at the end of the credits.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up. Blake Lively.
So then she starts hearing things, and then one night she sees an If.
Bradley Cooper is the Ice Cube?
Get out of here. Are you serious? So I know a lot of names did the voices of...
Matt Damon was the flower.
Oh, is that who he was? I was trying to figure that out.
Blake Lively was the octopus.
What octopus? Oh, it was something wearing like an octopus costume, right? Or and I remember that one because it had like two. Or either the octopus was wearing something, or can you see it?
No.
Yeah, it's. I remember it now.
Oh, this little thing on the floor right here.
Yeah, isn't it wearing something also?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so she starts hearing things and follows the if with Ryan Reynolds' character, Calvin.
Yeah.
And they go to get Blue, who's hiding in a closet because he's trying to make another friend of a kid.
Yeah.
That's not his initial kid.
Right.
So, in hearing that, this is when Kaylee Fleming, what's her character's name in the movie? Kaylee Fleming?
Oh, B,
that's right. She figures out that, they're trying
I don't think we find out Calvin's name is Calvin until later in the movie. We get introduced to him as Cal.
Oh, all right.
Which I think they did on purpose so that we wouldn't put a couple things together.
Yeah, make connections. Okay.
But yeah. So she wasn't able to see. She apparently. I don't want to kill it. Let's not go there. What made you? What do you think allowed her to see these ifs? Because she wasn't before.
Correct. She didn't initially. I think the time in her life she needed somebody. She didn't really have anyone right now because her dad has to stay at the hospital, so that's why they went to
and grandma just
grandma's.
Doesn't really understand her just yet.
Grandma's kind of out of it, really. She's not out of it to where like she's not competent, but like
she still sees her as her young little baby.
Yeah,
her grandchild.
She's not in tune to the kid that she is right now.
Yeah.
I think essentially it's just she needed someone.
Yeah.
So it was just the time.
The reason I asked that question is because one of the reasons why I related to this movie was I grew up very quickly. Just a lot of it was by choice. Okay. But it was to get away from toxic environments I didn't want to be around. So I dove into school, I dove into work, I dove into sports, and just being out and doing things, just not being home to avoid stuff I didn't want to deal with.
Okay.
Nothing that necessarily was my fault.
Yeah.
Now knowing this as an adult, but when you're that age, you feel like you're part of the problem being there. So being out of it, I had the wrong mindset on it.
I get it.
Very similar to how this young lady did,
Yeah.
So that's for me. That's why I asked you that question because I was just like, man, I could have used an if back then, Loki.
Yeah, for sure. Well, see, I think, but you had those outlets. You had the sports. You had the school. You had all that other stuff. We didn't really see that with B.
Right.
Like I said, she didn't have anything. So I think that was her way.
How old was she?
Getting
12. 12, right?
9. Yeah, no, 12.
I think she was 12. Yeah, I think that's 12.
Something around there. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I think it was just something that she needed in her life to help her process and deal with what she's going through. Yeah. Poor kid's already dealing with a lot at that age. So then she decides to team up with Ryan and try to find these ifs kids.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, sorry. Tries to find a place for them. So then,
well, initially that's what Cal and Blossom and
that's what they were doing
already. Yeah. They were kind of trying to set up, I guess, rehome these ifs for their original humans hadn't forgotten them.
Yes.
Which is really sad. It's sad to see that. Like,
I mean, it tells all the time. Kids grow up and we lose that innocence.
Yeah.
And things that we once loved are kind of put to the wayside. And so I did like that storytelling. I definitely can relate to that. I think everybody can.
Agreed. And I think another reason why I related, and I think you might be able to fall right into the spectrum, is we're nerds.
Yeah.
Typically, most people grow out of the phase of nerdiness and cartoons and toys and all the things that we love. And the podcast, that's how it came together, because this is something we enjoyed as children and now have adult money to buy the things we couldn't as a kid, and we were fueling that inner child that was. I wouldn't say I had a horrible childhood either. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say that I didn't get some of the things that I asked for, but there was a lot of other things that I really wanted. I just felt guilty asking, or my family just couldn't afford it.
Realistically, dude, I don't think every kid cannot have the childhood that they want because it's just unrealistic.
Right. Agreed.
Everything you want is not something you should have and stuff like that. So, okay.
But the point where I was going with that is like, we have all this as adults, and me having in a previous relationship, I was ridiculed by that family and that person I used to have in my life. For being a nerd, like, when is he gonna grow out of it? It was shit that they used to say all the time, and I'm like, this is me. This is who I am. I love this stuff. I love nerding out. I have a Pokeball and a Dragon Ball tattooed on me. I spit these lines from comics or from movies of these people, and it's okay to be a child when you grow up. And we see them go through this process of putting. Not be a child, but embrace your inner child as an adult.
Keep the innocence alive.
Right.
Yeah.
And, even in a relationship, like, everyone's like, oh, I want to find someone I'm going to grow old with. And for me, it's finding someone I can stay being a goofball with. You know what I mean? For the rest of my life.
Growing old doesn't mean getting rid of the kid.
Right.
Like, it's
not. Be
that's
a
not what that
goofball with your partner for the rest of your life. Smack each other in the butt all the time and bite each other, pick on each other, have all
kids
the fun.
only do that to people who allow that. But yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. Yeah.
Have fun. And when your children see you like that and in a healthy relationship, it just teaches them an example. So the reason why I'm bringing all this up is because, and I could use an if now as an adult sometimes.
That'd be awesome.
That meeting that Jeremy was having, and that just so happened to be Blue's
kid.
Original kid.
And that was so touching, dude.
So touching to see him just like, okay, I can do this. So I can do this.
The scene you're talking about, they find his kid. They find Blue's kid, who seems to be going on an interview and is just panicking a little bit.
I don't know if it was I think it's more of a pitch. He was giving some type of pitch. Okay. Yeah, he had a meeting. It looks like he was.
Really, I took his interview. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Because he was like reciting what he has to say and all the numbers.
Makes sense.
It was more of either a business pitch or
a meeting of some sort. Yeah. Okay, so he's going in there. He's having really bad anxiety, a bit worrying really bad. And I really like the way that they show when they reconnect to their ifs, where
the way they glow.
The ifs just start lighting up at the heart. I don't know if you spotted that. And then they just get engulfed with this glow. It was really sweet. And then he gets interrupted, and so that glow goes away. And then he goes to go in the meeting and stops for a second. Just starts,
right at the doors.
Right at the doors, yeah. He stops and just starts thinking. And then Blue slowly just puts his hand on his shoulder. And then he relights up the guy and just feels Blue. Just such a beautiful moment. Yes. So touching. Really well done. Shout out Bobby Moynihan, who plays the guy. He did a great job. I've never seen him act that way, which was nice to see because he's always been a goofball from SNL days. Right. But really well done. The scene was executed so well. I thought it was just so beautiful to see. Man. I mean, I know you just like me we could use those days, or have our ifs just place their head on our shoulder just to get us
whether it's financial troubles or relationship troubles,
just
or
adult
raising
life,
kids. Like we love them to death, but sometimes they drive us nuts. And it's just like you just need that
reassurance.
Just that warmth. And so the way you said it light up from the heart and kept going through. I sometimes that's what it feels like when you're like, after your kid was being a pain in the butt all day, and then they just come and cuddle you all randomly. You're like, well played, kid. Well played. But like, those cuddles sometimes is just like, oh man, this is my buddy.
They're that recharge that we need.
For sure. And it's that's what I imagined it would look like. Because we don't have ifs, but cuddling with our kids and hugging our.
No, it's good.
But no, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, for sure. I 100% agree. Yeah. I mean, I'm starting to see why you connected with this movie more and more. And it makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I didn't because I didn't look at it that way, which is a beautiful way to look at it. yeah, I mean,
I was also getting off of the meds because I was really sick. Still emotional movie, but like my emotions were all over the place and out of whack. I was getting better from being sick for a couple weeks. I don't think that
contributed to it, honestly.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did. I don't think I've cried that much randomly. Just like everything hit me in that movie.
Yeah. Just the seat next to you just filled with amount of tissue and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right.
It did allow me to just be more vulnerable because I was like, oh, it's happening. So
that's awesome.
Embrace it, and I didn't fight it. Just let the tears come down.
For real. I mean, sometimes you need it. You know what I mean? We don't shy or shame for crying on
absolutely
this podcast.
No,
not at all.
No, no.
All right. So then later on, you just start seeing her getting into it, embracing the whole if life, and she starts interviewing ifs, which was a funny set of scenes. The part where he's like, "Don't look it in the eye." She's like, "Which eye? You know which one? You know exactly which eye."
And it falls.
Then his eye just falls off. That was hilarious. Which, who makes the burning marshmallow as her if, dude?
Or an imaginary if?
The imaginary.
It's already imaginary. And now
it's a double imaginary.
Invisible is what I meant, but we both said.
Oh yeah. An invisible imaginary if.
Yeah.
What kind of?
It's already invisible to everybody else. Now you can't even see it.
Right, and why? What's the point of that? You don't know it's there. You can't see it. That's the point of that imaginary friend, is that only you can see it.
Ugh.
Anyway,
that was pretty funny.
That child has some.
I think it was beautiful to see Fiona Shaw, the grandmother. I like how they only gave ifs names. The dad is as dad. John Krasinski's doesn't.
Oh, B is technically the only one with a name.
The only human with a name.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, and Jeremy, I guess, and Benjamin. Damn. Anyone that was associated, never mind. Yeah, it's just her family. John Krasinski is dad, and then Fiona is grandmother.
You kind of get the sense that we're in B's world.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes,
because you don't, or I mean, I don't. At least I've never called my dad by his real name. You know what I mean? Like, not unless I'm talking about him to somebody. You know,
right?
Like,
agreed.
So yeah, that makes sense. I didn't key in on that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then like,
but are you talking about the scene where she kind of reconnects to her if?
Yeah, that
was another beautiful one.
That dancing scene was gorgeous.
So the grandmother always wanted to be a ballerina, which makes sense that her if looks like a ballerina.
And it sucks why she wasn't, because she was too tall and
she was too awkward. I think she couldn't really get it down, maybe.
Well, you think that's what it was?
That's what she alluded to. She was like, I was too tall, so I didn't fit the bill, and I was too awkward with it and stuff like that. But
I think it's because her stature isn't built. She wasn't built like a.
She's not petite or small.
Right, right, and then that's the.
Well, unfortunately, that's the body type you kind of have to have in order to be a ballerina. There are there are slender ballerinas, but not necessarily on the tall side.
Right.
You know.
So unfortunately, but it was sad to see that, and then it was nice to see that she rekindled that with her if, and it was real beautiful. Like,
it really was.
Every moment was really beautiful.
I mean, shout out John Krasinski. I like him as a director. He has a great way of telling a story.
Agreed.
He's been behind the projects of A Quiet Place.
Which there's a new one coming out now.
Is there?
Yeah.
Kind of like the origin, like the first day it happened, right? Yeah.
I think it's called Quiet Place Day 1, something like that.
Oh, okay. I haven't even seen Quiet Place Part 2. I have it, but I still haven't seen it. They put it on Max, so I think I'm going to check it out.
They're good movies. And this one looks good. Have you seen the previews?
I think I have.
They're cool. They're pretty cool.
All right, well, let's switch gears back to if. So, yeah, so she kind of reconnects. Do you think that's when she started being able to see her if again? at that moment.
Who?
The grandma.
Do you think she's seen her?
She did. At the end, she looked dead at Blossom. And then that's why Blossom's like, oh, my.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
she did.
She did at the end, which I love the ending.
Yeah.
That was such a cool way to end it. So
which we're getting there, but not spoil it just yet.
So the big thing I want to talk to you about is it is revealed that Calvin is B's if.
Yep.
Which is so super cute. I actually saw that coming. I saw it coming after like the first couple scenes with Cal in it. I'm like, I think he's an if. I had a feeling because I'm like, why is he the only one that can see ifs? And then I don't know, it just wasn't connecting.
I thought he was an if. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because he was the only human there. He was literally the only human.
And then you said something about the lady on the same floor kept like running away or something like that.
Yeah, she opened up and then B ran away. Like she opened, she's like, "Who's there?"
Oh, right.
And then the door where Calvin was turned out to be a closet at the end of the freaking or storage unit. At the end
like
of
an attic room. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, "That's strange." Mm-hmm. And then he kept getting annoyed when she's like, "I'm not a kid," and he's like, "Oh," and I was like, "He's an if." Somebody, his human hurt him, but I didn't put it together that it was B. Mm-hmm. Like I was like,
yeah,
like I was trying to high five and it wasn't happening.
Yeah, that was a nice twist. That was really good. But yeah, I spotted him being if from a mile away.
Well, I knew he was an if. I did not think it was gonna be B's if.
Okay,
that threw me for a loop at the end. I was like,
yeah, that was
it's him.
The reveal, him being the if was. It's just gorgeous.
Beautifully
done.
Yeah.
He's in his clown. I thought he was gonna be full clown makeup and everything.
Yeah.
Wasn't, but he was in the little get up that she drew him in.
Yeah.
And then just surrounded by the ifs. It was just really, really nice.
Beautiful ending. Really nice the way it happened. Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, great film, really fun, really cute film. Didn't hit me on the levels that it hit you, but you know, I'm glad to see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's awesome. I'm glad it did.
I mean, my kids loved it, you know. Sandy loved it too. She's just like, "Why are you crying so much? Are you okay?" I was like, "You just
embarrassing me." Wipe them away before we leave. No, that's funny. All right, well, I mean, let's get to our stone rating, shall we? How many stones do you give it?
Honestly, a 5.
Okay.
I told you I'm being skeptical on giving 6s away,
yes,
but
was it touching the 6 a little bit on this one? Maybe.
No, it didn't blow me away.
Okay.
It just made me cry. No.
Yeah. It just hit the heart.
Yeah, it hit my heart pretty hard, just because of my past, and
yeah,
it was nice. It was, and then I was there with my kids, and
yeah,
you know, it was beautiful. It was a real beautiful movie, and just to see them.
Yeah.
You see all the kids' faces as they go through it too with me, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." You know, it was It was a moment. It was a whole moment. Yeah. The movie for sure.
That's pretty cool. So that's
5
awesome.
for me.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna give it 4 stones actually. Okay. Yeah. A solid film. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great family film. Definitely one for the kids to see for sure. Yeah. I felt like it was just missing a few scenes. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I could have seen a little bit more. Give me a little bit more of the ifs. We didn't talk about it, but the scene where the ifs that she was dealing with found their original kids as adults. That was nice to see. You saw the nurse that was handling.
Oh, Janet, right? From Orange Is the New Black.
Had the unicorn. No, she didn't. The unicorn was the receptionist.
Yeah.
She had like this big hippo looking thing.
Yeah, the big pink thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just seeing them reconnect, that was really sweet to see. But yeah, I just felt like I don't know, maybe I wanted to see more of the film, maybe a little bit longer. Would have been 5 stones for me. But I'm gonna.
I can agree with
4. I'm solid 4. Nothing wrong. I can't say anything wrong about the film.
Yeah, it could have been longer.
I think it was a good film.
It could have been longer. I agreed. But I think because it was a kids' film, that's why it wasn't longer.
Fair point.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
For us, a good 2 hour and 20 minutes. I would have watched it too.
Yeah.
You know, I would have been all into it. But I think because it's a kids' film.
That's the thing though too. Also with this style of film and this type of film too long ruins the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
agreed.
You gotta find that sweet spot. Like I said, in no way am I saying that this film was too short or this and that. Right. I would just like to have some more of it. But that's just me.
This is a Blu-ray I gotta own.
Okay.
And I imagine what they left out.
Let me borrow that so that I can see the special features, because I'm definitely gonna want to see that. Yeah. But yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So if you had an if, what would your if be?
Oh, that's good. My if, it's gotta be something funny. I don't know. Maybe my if would be like a humanoid, but with all the like sports balls and stuff to make up the if. You know what I mean? Like all sports equipment, and like game systems and controllers and stuff all meshed to make a
really?
being. Yeah, I think that could be cool.
That's your if?
Yeah, why?
I didn't see that coming.
Don't shade my if.
I didn't see that coming.
What's your if gonna be?
You're gonna make fun of me.
Okay.
All I want is a pizza, a slice of pizza.
Okay.
And with arms and legs. The crust on top and the feet on where the point goes. It's like almost like it's like a leotard kind of thing.
Yeah, like.
But then the feet come out.
Yeah.
Arms come out, and he has pepperonis as a bandana. And call it a day. This is before I got the bandana, by the way. And then his eyes and.
Like, I'm gonna make fun of you more about the bandana than I would that.
Yeah, I didn't choose that. I when I saw the movie, I thought about the if, because I knew I wanted to eventually talk to you about this. Hopefully, we were gonna do an episode, and thankfully we did. Mm-hmm. And then I got a bandana this weekend at Sueños, and I was like, "Whoa, I didn't plan that." But maybe that's why I like this bandana.
Subconsciously, you did.
Yeah, because my if has a bandana.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a pizza if.
Yeah, pizza.
It just might make you hungry every time it pops up.
That's cool. He just like pulls off a piece.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
There you go.
You're eating your if now? That's
like it goes back.
Let's book him a therapy session, maybe. BetterHelp.com.
Pizza if is my if.
Pizza if. Do you know why a pizza?
Who doesn't love pizza?
There's got to be more to it, though. You worked at a pizza.
It was my comfort food growing up.
Oh, you know? See, well, that's where it is right there.
Yeah, I love pizza, you know? So I can eat pizza every day.
We did a homemade pizza night. One night.
Those are fun.
We made our own. Those are fun. Was it a Valentine's Day? Yeah, we did Valentine's Day. I made a little heart-shaped pizza.
That's cute.
It was good times.
That's cute.
Pizza wasn't bad either.
Yeah. What did you guys do for the dough? What's that dough called?
What dough?
Pillsbury? The ones in the
tubes? No. Did we make the dough ourselves? Yeah, we made it handmade.
Nice.
Yeah, real good. All right, so pizza if, sports equipment, video games if. Not too bad ifs. I must say so myself. Babe, or not babe. Mamas, what would your if be? Do you know? You want? Do you have an idea? It's gotta be like something unicorn, right? Something fluffy.
I was thinking like a unicorn that's really, really fluffy, and like it has like kind of like where like when they like do it and like right here on their hip. I feel like I want like a rainbow on it with like clouds on it. And it could be like a cloud.
And what color is it?
Red.
The whole thing. What color?
Well, I want it to be like white.
And
like the hair and the tail. Like I want it to be kind of like a rainbow, like as a rainbow.
Oh, a rainbow tail? Nice.
Because I love rainbows and the horde.
Okay.
Just like do like kind of like gold.
All right.
Gold color.
Alrighty. Well, she watches that My Little Pony. So.
That's what I was getting. Yeah. My Little Pony vibes.
What about your names of your ifs?
Oh, that I don't know. Well, let's ask Mommy what her if would be.
Yeah.
What's your if? A dragon.
No. Well,
Mushu from Mulan.
I always had a favorite stuffed animal when I was a kid, so I think that stuffed animal would have been my if.
Oh, like a version of the stuffed animal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was always in and out of the hospital a lot.
Wasn't it a bunny?
Yeah, a yellow bunny.
A yellow bunny. If. That's super.
That's
adorable.
Cute. That's hella cute.
Yeah. Did you have a stuffed animal?
I had a Batman about the size of your daughter.
Jeez.
That it had like a wire
frame
inside the stuffed animal,
so you can move the arm.
Yeah,
and stuff?
do things like that.
Okay.
My mom restitched that thing so many times because I used to drag it.
Oh,
because it was taller than me at one point.
So he was Batman after a night in Gotham. So
yeah,
he was back. Just a bruise.
My mom sewed that thing back up so many times.
That's adorable. I had one. It was a little cow in overalls.
Oh,
yeah,
a cow in overalls.
Yeah, it was about maybe that big. Just had overalls on it.
That's cute.
And I called it Baka.
Baka?
Yeah, that was my little guy.
That's cute.
Yeah. But all right, man, I got nothing else on the film. And
yeah, same here. No.
The names?
Oh, the names? I
don't know.
Take something in your head about the names.
Sporty. I don't know.
Let's call him Pep. It was pepperoni pizza.
There you go.
What?
Pep for pepperoni pizza?
Pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. Pep.
Just Pep?
Just Pep.
Just Pep. That's all you need.
What about you?
Bouncy. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
Because the bunnies always hop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it kind of like bouncy. That.
Huh.
You gotta come up with a name now. We all did.
Ballsy. No, that's too close to bouncy. I don't have a name.
What about you?
I don't have a name.
What that thing?
I have like. I'm thinking like a rainbow and a unicorn together.
I'm only coming up with sporty.
Sporty. I like that.
Sports.
Like sporty spice.
No, I don't. I didn't. She was my least favorite. Least favorite Spice Girl.
I'm trying to come up with a name, but I have it, but I don't know if I can say it. Because it's like a unicorn and a rainbow together. The words.
Rainicorn?
Rainicorn?
Unibo?
Rainicorn?
Yeah.
All I can think of.
Okay. All right, well, that's going to do it for us, guys. And I thank you guys for joining us again. And for those of you guys that follow us every episode, a special thank you to you guys. We love being here and, nerding out for you guys every week. So thank you guys for following us, taking that time out of your day to hang out with us. But, Kike, why don't you let the people know how long I'm with you?
Till the end of the line.
Thanks.